So, you guys are all looking forward to Two Towers, right? That review's happening this week. I got a busy day today. Let's be real. I'm not doing it today. I may not even get to it tomorrow. I'm probably looking at Friday at this point. At the time of recording this is Wednesday. So let's just talk about some simpler things. I got things to do. So I'm going to record some simpler videos, do some smaller things, and then we'll get to that review. Wallace and Gromit, I love a lot. I used to own all the movies. I don't anymore because I got rid of my copy of Curse the Were-Rabbit because it was DVD and now it is. And now they have a Blu-ray. I will buy it at some point. I actually still need to do that. But this movie, these characters are just iconic. They're just fantastic, and I'm gonna review every single short and movie at some point. Don't you know? I'm gonna review like one short probably a day for the next few days. But I don't know when I'm gonna get to Curse of Were-Rabbit. But The Wrong Trousers is fantastic. Close Shave, fantastic. A Matter in Loaf and Death is fantastic, and I love watching those. But when you get to the very first one, A Grand Day Out, it's one that is not as good as the others. I respect this one more than I respect the other ones. Not that the other ones are bad. I just respect it more because this is a short that was animated by one or two people. It was directed by one person, Nick Park. It was very, very simplistic, but it was like a student film that ended up getting like really popular and airing on TV. I used to have the VHS set of all these things, and it's actually a really nice VHS tape set, and I watched these and rewound them. I mean, my great-grandmother, before she passed away, she loved watching these shorts because these are classic. They're very simple. They're very simplistic. In fact, this short itself feels like a kind of a 50s little short film. The plot is that Wallace and Gromit go to space because, of course, you know the moon is made out of cheese. So they go there to get cheese, and then they encounter a robot with dreams of skiing. And that's kind of it. There's not some great story here. The other ones have a more epic scale. They had more money put into them. And this one didn't. It just was a short film that a student made, art student, and it was mostly animated by him. The claymation itself, the puppets don't look as clean or as good as they should. In fact, if you look at the puppets, you can see fingerprints all over them in the movies, or in this movie, or in A Grand Day Out. You can see all the fingerprints all over them. Clearly, they did not have as much money at their disposal to make it, and so it's kind of admirable that they made a short film so good with so little time, money, and effort. Well, not effort, but money and stuff like that to have this out and be as good as it is, mostly animated by one person, you know. And the fact that it's animated so well that you can tell everything going on with no dialogue. Because there is dialogue here. There's not very much, though, and it's mostly just silence of the characters just moving around or making little noises. The voice acting here is not as good. It's not mixed as well, and they probably couldn't afford it either, so there's very little. But yet they're still able to communicate everything that's going on, what the characters are feeling, what's happening, and show visual gags and things like that that actually are pretty well done. And it's honestly a very admirable what this film was able to do. But when we're talking about the rest, comparing it to the rest of the shorts, it's not as good because of these things. And so I respect what they made because it was made under different circumstances that affected the quality of it. But also, it's just darn great. I love this film. This is not the one I rewatched the most. It's probably The Wrong Trousers or A Close Shave. You know what? My favorite is A Matter of Life and Death, though. So that's my favorite. We'll talk about that. But yeah, that's kind of the film. I love this collection of just having all these movies on Blu-ray. I love Wallace and Gromit so much.